Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi, and today's video is me reacting to y'all's hairstylists, beauty professionals, horror stories. Because I made a video some time ago talking about a few experiences that I had trying to get my hair done. Whether that be braids, faux locks, crochet stuff, whatever the case may be. A few different stories of me trying to get my hair done, and then reacting to some internet commentary on black women trying to get their hair done, and other beauty services like lashes or waxing or makeup, whatever, and just being treated terribly. And I've been seeing it on TikTok, I've been seeing it on Instagram and Twitter, of course, people just sharing their horror stories. And I remembered that when I made my video, I got a lot of comments of people's horror stories. So I wanted to go through those comments. I feel like it's really rough out here, and what prompted me to make this video is that I was on TikTok and this girl was talking about how she booked a hairstylist in Atlanta, and the person, like, she got to the person's door, like she got to the place of business, and the woman was not there and like wasn't responding back to her. And then she responded back to her with a text that said, "You're gonna get your money back, period." Like, I'm gonna put it on the screen because I don't remember the exact verbiage, but like, ma'am, how you had me drive to your place of business at the time that we set an appointment, and then you don't show up, and then you don't say sorry, and you wasted my gas, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, I'll give you your money back. You'll have the deposit back in X amount of time." Like, no apology, no excuse, nothing. People were speculating that because she did a few celebrities' hair, like the person in TikTok, that she was feeling herself and didn't even care to like have an apology. So that, I was like, yo, these people is wicked. Like, that's really wicked. Like, gas is expensive, and I'm gonna drive to your place of business and I'm not gonna get seen, and I'm not gonna get an apology or even an offer to reschedule. Like, you just forgot or just don't care, you know? And I think the underlying theme is that they don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna link my video up on the screen and down below if you're interested, if you haven't seen it. And I want to read some comments, because in that video I explained basically that I got my hair done by someone that was not responsive, that was rude and unprofessional, and I just took it because I didn't really have time to go see someone else. And prior to that, I had somebody cancel on me because they were on vacation in Orlando and they weren't gonna make it back to Miami in time, and they wanted me to come to their house at midnight that night to get my hair done when I had a flight at like 6 a.m. and I did not want to risk it. So it was a few different stories in that video. I can watch that video if you want to catch up on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the comments with y'all's stories, because that's what's really getting me. One of the big stories was about how people keep your deposits. Like, they'll take your deposit, they won't service you, and then they will try to keep your deposit. That happened to me and a friend of mine. To run somebody down for my deposit. My friend never got hers back. Somebody still owes me $2 out in the world right now. Like, my friend is owed $25. Like, people really getting played. I also talked about how most of the standard quote-unquote rules and practices surrounding braiding and styles is anti-black and super texturist, especially with all these like no thick hair, or if you have thick hair it's an extra $50 to $100. My general thoughts on that is, if you're going to be doing black hairstyles on black hair, how can you in good conscience discriminate against black people? This comment says, "I used to have monthly appointments with my stylist, and some months she wasn't able to make the appointment and not tell me until I had already driven 40 minutes. See? I was legit calling her saying, 'I'm here,' and she's like, 'Oh, that was today?' And sometimes when it was not that was today, and sometimes when I was in the seat, her little sister would come in and jump in front of me to get styled. So I was in the salon. Wait a second. So you're in the seat and the stylist little sister would come and get her hair done in the midst of you getting your hair. You see, we're too nice. As we are too nice to these people. That's crazy. I'm paying you for a service. I would always have to cancel my plans I made later in the day because my appointments, a simple silk press, stretched for hours. I remember once I even brought food for her because she was saying she was hungry, and since she was in the position of power, I felt like I had to. My relationship with her was so conflicting because she always made me look amazing, but at what cost? Yo! It's not even funny, but it's like, it's true. Like, you don't want to push buttons. You don't want to rock the boat. But at what cost? She ends the comment saying that she had to learn how to do her own hair. And listen, I booked with this girl for some feed-in braids. The day of my appointment, I came to the salon, washed, blow-dried, and flat ironed. Like, why do you, first of all, I'm about to fall. Lord have mercy. Why do you have to come blow-dried and flat ironed? That's just crazy. All right. When I arrived, she was leaving, talking about she had to go pick up her niece and she'll be back in 10 minutes. So I'm waiting on her to return, and 3 other girls showed, didn't have an appointment at the same time as me. How many hands does sis have? How many hands? Not 3 other girls. Now it's been more than 10 minutes. When she finally returns, she told me she could not do my hair because I had product in my hair, but she offered to rewash for an extra $25. I declined. Well, she also offered to do my hair for free another time since I had to wait. When I hit her up to book, she was confused and didn't remember. I actually have tears in my eyes. Confused and didn't remember. Confused and didn't remember. Like, that's wicked. Like that is some wicked behavior. First of all, why are you booking 4 people at the same time when you got 2 hands and likely 1, maybe 2 sinks? If I wash, blow dry, and flat iron my hair, and I come to your establishment, listen, this is why, like, I do have a few stylists that I love and I just stick with them. Because whenever I try to venture out, this is what the situation is. A big issue for me is the lack of customer service. Like, people literally have 0 customer service. You can't even get a hi, how are you? You can't even get a what's up. Like, you can't get simple pleasantries, which do go a long way. I don't know about y'all, but for me, it goes a long way. Like, if I enter an establishment or your home, or you come to my home, whatever, to get my hair, something done, and you don't have any manners, like, it is a turn off. I saw a post, people were complaining about, like, you want me to do your hair? Come with your makeup done. Come photo ready. I'm sorry. Why? Am I a model? Like, what if I woke up and rushed to your establishment? I'm not photo ready. And I shouldn't have to be. You're gonna get paid. I'm gonna get my hair done. That's the extent of this agreement. I shouldn't have to come photo ready with makeup on for your pictures for your Instagram. I'm not signing up for that. And if anything, that should be discussed prior. Hey, I want to record you. I got a facial with Glam by Leah Lee, who is in South Florida, and she does like YouTube videos and Instagram, and she's an esthetician. I booked with her online, but I messaged her like, hey, I have a question about this service, XYZ. She then asked me, do you mind if I record? And I was like, no, I don't mind. I'm gonna record too. Do you mind? She said no. And we both got content that day. If I wasn't an influencer and she asked me if it was okay to record, it would have been up to me to say yes or no. Maybe I'm feeling like shy, or I'm feeling like, you know what, my skin is embarrassing. I don't want to be barefaced on your camera. Whatever the case may be, But she asked me and I was able to give her an answer. She didn't tell me, just so you know, you're gonna pay full price and I'm gonna record, and I'm not gonna knock nobody's hustle. So I was cool with it. But it's also the fact that people should be allowed to say no and say, yeah, you know what, I don't want to be on camera. And if I'm paying full price, I'm not obligated to be the model. But that's just my personal opinion. I just feel like we're at a place where customer service is the last thing on anyone's mind. So the first thing on y'all's mind is getting content, getting paid, and like doing the least amount of work, i.e. make people come with their hair washed and blow dried and sometimes flat ironed. Like, that's where we are. Customer service is the last thing y'all worried about. It's concerning. Somebody said, I just made an appointment to get my hair braided and send my deposit. They said they were gonna send me the address. They didn't send it to me until the hour before the appointment. I couldn't make it and didn't get my deposit back. Now, I understand why stylists don't share their address if it's their home or whatever, but I think the practice like should be a lot faster. Like, you should at least have the neighborhood. Like, for example, I live in Hialeah or I live in Homestead. Like, so you have an idea. Like, if I live in an hour from Homestead, I know the girl lives in Homestead. I have to leave my house by a certain amount of time. If I have no clue in Miami where you live, you know what I'm saying? And then I got my hair done recently, clearly, and she texted me. I booked the appointment. She sent me a message within like 30 minutes. And it might be automated, it might not, I'm not sure. But it came through very quickly and it had all the information, the gate code, the directions, and the address. And that way I have plenty of time because I booked the appointment a week early and then she texted me like within half an hour. So it's messed up to send someone an address an hour before they have to be somewhere. Like, who does that? And then she can get her money back. Someone's story says, the one time I paid someone to do my hair, I swore I'd never do it again. I just big chopped and wanted to get it braided. I asked a friend from high school who did her hair if she could do mine. I asked her if she could actually catch my hair to braid it. She swore that she could. First, she was on the phone a lot. I really hate that. I really hate that. It's so uncomfortable. Then had to go run errands for hours. I went with her to make sure she actually came back because my hair was only half finished. What should have taken 6 hours took 12. Then the very next day, my braids were slipping out. She wasn't able to get it tight enough. When I messaged her about it, she didn't come back to fix it, but said she gave me a freestyle so she wouldn't have to refund me. The braids lasted a week. I don't want to ride around with y'all. I don't want to ride around with you to run errands. Like, no, I don't. I don't want to get in the car with you to go anywhere. Actually, I want you to do my... This is crazy. And like, I really feel like the only solution like is just to stop giving people our money, because they're charging us prices as if they are in a salon, but they're in their home. You're getting poor service, no manners, no respect. And then we have to really be more diligent in who we're choosing. Like, and because someone has a large following on social media, or because they take really, really nice pictures, or even do hair really well, does not mean that you need to go to their shop or their house or their whatever. Because they could be skilled and talented, but just not a great business person and not a great business owner. And people have been talking about finding licensed stylists a lot. And I think as someone that does not live in a place with a lot of Black salons in general, I live in Miami-Dade County. It's not a lot of places for me to go that are professional to get my hair done. It's really just not. I grew up going to Dominican salons, then I went natural and had to figure it out. So it's like, and there aren't African braiding places anywhere. There aren't a lot of Black salons with Black people that have, I know a few, and the ones that I do know, I do go there, but the prices match the service. It can be expensive, and everyone does not want to spend $400 on braids. They just don't. You know, and I think the at-home braiders fill that void. Now they're getting wild. Now they're charging us salon prices to be in their home and be mistreated. We're really at an impasse. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. We're really at an impasse. And I have known people that have the education, that are licensed, that also do hair really poorly. I don't think it's as simple as finding a license. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of time to find someone that has the credentials, that has the customer service, that has the experience, because it's not just like as simple as go find someone licensed. I'm not too sure if this video is going anywhere, but let me read some more comments. This is a very true comment. It's not a story, but it's a very, very good comment. They want to be celebrity stylists so bad, and they don't treat all their clients the same. You have to have an honest practice. These stylists let followers and other peers feel like they have to act a certain way. And that's very true. It's like if they do one celebrity's hair or an influencer's hair, they don't want to do regular people's hair no more. Like, is that influencer gonna pay your bills every single month? Maybe. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. This story really messed me up. Like, I replied to this. My ex-stylist ghosted on my wedding day. Like, I'm not even a fighter, and this feels like I have to fight you. Like, this is really... And if you knew me in real life, you know I'm not a fighter. Like, I'm just the most peaceful person you ever meet. But this is like disrespectful. My ex-stylist ghosted on me on my wedding day. I lied to you not. I had a backup because it laid the same thing on the day of my bridal shower. Why did I trust her on my wedding day? Question mark. I can only blame my naive 25-year-old self. The real kicker is that homegirl hit me up afterwards to ask me to invest in her business. All she heard was click. What's crazy about this story is that we be knowing. Like, you knew she didn't have it in her. You knew who she was. You still had her. And she showed you who she was. Thankfully, you had that backup, because, like, what if you didn't? On your wedding day. Like, you really have to have no heart to leave somebody high and dry on their wedding day. And these girls love sending you Facebook messages and texts and calls and DMs asking for you to invest in their business, or asking you to promote their business, or asking you to do some kind of MLM scheme. They love it. They love it. But she couldn't do your hair for your wedding. You see? Blocked. Blocked. Oh my gosh. Somebody said in the braids be 80% gel, 10% grip. The worst thing is getting your hair done and it has 1,000,000 pounds of gel in it, and then it's just white and flaky or cakey. I made an appointment on STYLIST. So I've learned that people think STYLIST is not the way to go because they can have any and everyone on there, and they've been like scammed on there before as well. So beware. Like, I think the scamming stuff is really up right now. Like, everyone is scamming. So just be a little bit more cautious. I made an appointment on STYLIST for a new sew-in. I got there on time. Lady told me to wait an hour and she would get to me. No response. I waited an hour and a half before leaving. I was so angry. No discount, no reschedule, nothing. It's just like, and I understand sometimes you overbook yourself, but I guess for me, it's just like you don't learn a lesson. Like, how many times do you have to overbook before you learn your lesson? I had a lash appointment one time and the deposit was $50. But when I showed up, she said she had to go pick her kids up. I texted her about my deposit multiple times and she still hasn't sent it. I have been going to her for months. Like, this type of story is sad because it's just like, again, it's cold-hearted. Like, this is a client that you've been knowing for months. They've been pouring into your business, continually coming back, a repeat client. and you're gonna keep their deposit. If you had rescheduled and said, oh, okay, I can see you next week, tomorrow, whatever, and agreed upon keeping the deposit, fine. But if she wants her money back and you are the reason the appointment was canceled, what is the problem? I'm gonna read one more thing. Atlanta is good for that. This lady booked my appointment, took my deposit, and then refused to send me the address, LOL. Then wouldn't give me my money back, then tried to fight me when I confronted her about it. If you're scamming, just say that. That's the last one I'm reading today because, like, whoo! That's the last one I'm reading today. We are in a time that people are scamming because we're in a recession. People can't afford nothing. We gotta do what we can to get by, and robbing each other is a way to do that. And I do think that the Instagram stylist era that we are in right now is a breeding ground for scamming, asking for deposits, charging a lot of money, like for ponytails and quick weaves. People are charging a lot of money, especially in these major cities. I guess the moral of the video is to do your due diligence. Maybe even word of mouth, someone that you know that went to said stylist, because I feel like nowadays you can't trust the Instagram post. You can't trust the reviews because they be faking reviews. Child, I recently found a braider that a friend of mine went to, and she was everything that my friend described her to be, and it was a wonderful service. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it was. And there are a million other stories on Twitter that I could have gone through, but we'll be here all day because we've all had these horror stories, whether it be lashes, makeup, hair, waxing, whatever. Like, I'm tired of the beauty professionals taking advantage of us. Like, and the only solution seems to be to push back, like to push back against their terms. But then who's gonna do your hair? Because I'm not gonna do my hair. Like, I'm not gonna put in box braids. I'm not gonna do faux locks. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm so lazy with my hair, I might as well just lock up because I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spend 12 hours braiding my hair. Give the video a thumbs up on your way out. Leave some stories down below for me, some solutions down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. If you're new here, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. How I feel about you, you wish you way. You don't really want to, I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you.